Are you guilty of killing your dog or your pet with love? Hi, I'm Charles, and you're watching Our Protection Dogs, a channel devoted to the raising, development, and training of a protection dog. I think you've heard that a lot of times before. Today I'm discussing something very, very serious, and that is obesity. I am not a cat, have a knowledge about cats, but I do know what a overweight or a fat cat looks like. And also when it comes to the obesity of dogs. People, this is a extremely dangerous and very common thing, obese dogs. And when we start talking about the working dogs or the sports dogs or your personal protection dog, it is of utmost importance that you want to keep your dog in a good physical being. This will be mentally with training and exercise, and also physically with exercise and good health by what your dog eats. So let's start with obesity. First of all, obesity is very, very dangerous in dogs. It can cause a lot of diseases, heart problems, diabetes. For me, the biggest thing is just the joints, to think of the joints, how much pressure the joints have to take. If you as a human being think your ideal weight, what you should be, and let's say, for instance, like myself, I'm a couple of kilos overweight, and if I have to carry that kilos around in a water jar or a water container, it is a lot of weight to carry around. So your dog being maybe 2 or 3 kilos overweight, if it's a large breed dog, is extremely dangerous for your dog. They reckon it takes about 2.5 years of life off your dog if you have your dog obese. A lot of people will come to me and say, "Oh, look how good my dog looks." Oof, it's obese, it doesn't look good. We are killing our dogs with love. So, signs of obesity. First of all, let's look at signs of obesity. A very interesting thing I saw on the internet was where the guy took his hand and he said, if you take your fingers, your finger points being like this, those finger points of yours, and you run it at that section of your hand, and you can feel the tendons over there like that, that is what your dog's ribs should feel like. If you run it and it feels like this, like your fingers, it is your dog is underweight. If you run it over here and you feel this, your dog is overweight. So this is a very good, maybe a way to look at it, to start looking at it. The other one that there is this chart that they have, which is where they actually give your dog a count between 1 and 9. 1 being extremely malfed and 9 extremely obese. Where your dog will want to be like a 5. Now, when you look at those charts, and we will put up a photo of those charts, you look at a perfect dog. If you look at it from the top as it's standing onto its back, you can see the nice chest. You can see the middle where the chest comes in. You can see the middle nice and straight, and you can see the back legs where that middle goes in. Basically looks like a bodybuilder. Huge upper body, thin middle, big legs. That is the shape that you want to see. This is very important. If you think that your dog is obese or underweight, make sure that you go visit the vet and see if, while you're there, do your vaccinations and let the vet do a check on your dog, or if you do your yearly vaccinations and stuff. Please let let the vet look at the dog and tell you if your dog is obese. So things that we can do that can prevent obesity is how we feed them, our feeding methods. Like, for instance, having a bowl of food that your dog can just eat at lip, can eat whatever it wants to. That is a dangerous thing because that can cause obesity. Those scrap foods that we eat is not really good for our dogs either. It's maybe if you want to feed, if you need to, a little bit of rice or whatever it is that you need to feed your dog, make it like a once-off or a rare occasion. But that food scraps that we give our dogs, that causes them to get obese. That very food that we stuffing ourselves with are making us obese. We even ourselves have to check down at it. Okay, thanks to our canine partners. All right, so to carry on with obesity, the other thing that you should also be careful of is when you read on the back of a packet, on your dog food pack, that is a guideline. It is only merely a guideline. This is not like religious, like carved in stone, that this is how you have to feed your dog. You have to look at your dog and see, am I giving it too much? Am I giving it too little? So at the back of the pack is a guideline on how to feed your dog. Ideally, you want to feed your dog maybe ideally twice a day, in the morning and the afternoon. If you have a very active sports day, take that same amount of food and maybe break it up in 3 meals. They also have blood sugar. Their blood sugar also falls. So just giving them 1 meal a day is not really adequate. You want to give them those 2 meals a day. We must remember they're predators, and predators are developed to not eat every day. So every time they do get the opportunity, they would like to eat themselves full as possible because they don't know when they're going to get their next meal. This does not mean that your dog is hungry. It's a predator. It is made like that. It's basically the same as us as humans. It comes from many years back, where we also wasn't that successful with our hunting. So when we did get food, we ate as much as we could because we don't know when we're getting food again, and sometimes we still eat like that. So just don't bump the camera again, all right? So just a few things on obesity. The other thing about I mentioned with obesity is that those hips and elbows has to carry that weight. And it's very unfair to do the dog sports that we do, like for instance PSA, or training a dog in bite work and a lot of running and jumping, to be overweight. Rather a little bit under than a little bit over weight. But please, what I said to you today is very important. Vets know and can tell you exactly if your dog is overweight or underweight. They can also give you professional advice on how to treat obesity in your dog and what you should do. And usually it is changing the diet and also a little bit of a fitness program. Same as us. If we want to lose weight, it goes with diet and training, fitness, burning calories and all those kind of things. Just remember, it's a being made out of muscles and blood in the same way. Our stuff function, their function is the same way. So we just be careful of not having your dog overweight. And that's why I say we kill our dogs with love, because we think that giving them a lot of food or making them eat or make them look like that we care. We don't care when at our dogs. Maybe you've got a good life insurance on your dog and you want them to die early. That's why you keep them obese like that. I don't know. Don't punish me for saying that, but maybe it is. But please look after your pets, especially your personal protection dog and your sports dog. Okay, so if there's anything that you'd like to know more about us and what we do, maybe questions that you want to ask us about our other videos that we've put out there, please feel free by either leaving a comment in the section below or emailing us. And then if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to our channel. We bring out videos every time and possibly as we can, so that we can help you, that you do not make mistakes when either purchasing a new dog or training or how to look after your dog. So thank you very much for listening to me and have a wonderful day. Cheers.